Hi guys, it's Keto Creations. Today I am going to show you how to make a low-carb, sugar-free coconut bar. So, all you need for this is unsweetened coconut, coconut cream, and of course sweetener. Let me grab out my coconut cream and we'll get going. Okay, you also need sugar-free chocolate. Sorry, I forgot that part. So you are going to need 90 grams kitchen scale. Invest in one for keto baking, very important. So here's how this works. So you take the scale, put the bowl on it, turn it on, make sure it's set to gram like this. You can see here mine is set to grams. Okay, so what you're going to do, if it comes up and it's reading something, just push the tare button on there and that will cancel out the weight of the bowl. Okay, which is what you want. You only want to measure the weight of the ingredients. So now we're going to get 90 grams of coconut in there, and oops, that's 104. Oh, look at that, exactly 90 now. How about that? Must be my lucky day. All right, so that, and then we're going to put in 84 grams of powdered sweetener. So now you could have hit tare again if you wanted to, so it's easier for you, but I just did the math. Wasn't that big a deal. Not that big a deal. Okay, so there's the sweetener. Now I need 90 milliliter or 6 tablespoons of the coconut milk, or coconut cream rather, sorry. So I'm just gonna pour it in and do it by weight because it's more precise. There it is, 90 grams. Put that back in my refrigerator. This is a great way to store it. All right, so right now this is what we have. I'm gonna get out a fork so I can mix it up. You just wanna mix it all together. You can mix the coconut and the sweetener together before you put in the cream if you want. I'm just gonna mix it all. Sometimes I do it that way. It does make it a little better in that it'll ensure that you have an even distribution of the sweetener. But if I give it a pretty good mix, we'll be all right. Okay, so then what you want to do is get something like this, silicone mold. I like these. They're nice little squares, not too challenging to use, and they make a nice sized treat. So I just go along and just put some in there. You don't have to be super precise with it. I feel like that might be a bit much. Might be easier. Here, let's try one of these and see how that works. If I get one like that, might make it easier. Certainly makes it faster. Get enough into that one. For this one. For now, let's see where we are. I'm gonna push these down. I can see. I just use my finger. It's the best tool. You just want to smush them down so it's nice and compacted. So when you put them in the freezer to set them, they'll stay nice and firm and be easy to take out of the mold. Plus you want them to be kind of compressed and a little chewy when you bite into them. So just do this all the way around till we're done. Get it all. It's expensive. I feel like that is not where that was needed. I think I messed that up. It's a little better. Alright, so now I'm going to put these in the freezer for sale 15 minutes or so until they're set. And then when they come out, we'll pop them out, we'll put some chocolate in, then we'll put them back in, then we'll put some chocolate on top. See you soon. Okay guys, it's been enough time now with those coconut bars in the freezer. So now what you want to do is get yourself some chocolate, sugar-free chocolate chips. The recipe says a couple of ounces, but I find you really need about double that. So I'm going to say roughly 4 ounces. Let's see, I'll measure today just for fun. See how many that looks like for you. So you can see roughly what that looks like. Alright, so it's about that much in a little bowl. And also, I'm gonna put in about a teaspoon of coconut oil. I like it because it thins it out just a little bit, makes it easier for it to melt, and also makes the chocolate stay nice and smooth. So here we go, about that. Let's stick that in the microwave, about 30 seconds, and we'll stir it, and then maybe a little bit more after that. Okay, so after 30 seconds, they look like this. So I'm going to stir them around a bit. Let's put it down here so you can see better. I'll stir them up a little bit, give them a mix. They'll have to go back in for some more time, but you can see that they are starting to do stuff. So I'm going to put these back in, start them at 30 seconds. I'll probably stop after 20 though, and check them. You don't want to melt too long in the microwave because eventually they will start to get hard and you can't melt them after that. The chocolate will seize if it gets too hot. So also be very careful that your bowl and your spatula are not wet at all, no water, because that too will make your chocolate seize. Okay? So I'm going to stir those, and they are sufficiently melted. So I'm just going to give them a minute though to let the chocolate cool just a little so it doesn't completely destroy the universe when I try to take them out. But in the meantime, I will take those the coconut part out of the mold. So let me grab those. Alright, little piece of parchment paper. That way it's easier later to put them back in the freezer. So the nice thing about the silicone mold is it's malleable, so you can pop them out easier just by like stretching it a little bit, different directions, loosening that stuff up. And then you're just gonna, all I did when I did this the other day is just pop them out like this, and they should just come right out. Easy. These are still a little soft. I probably should have let them go a little bit longer, but that'll be alright. It's okay. It'll be okay. All we're going to do then is leave these sitting out for a minute over here while I put some chocolate down inside of there. So, grab a spoon, and then we will just see what I can do here. So, just take this, put it down in the bottom, about maybe a teaspoon or so. Spread it around here in a second. First I'm going to load them all, and then it'll be easier just to spread them all out at that point. Alright, back to the chocolates. So we're going to keep on spreading them out. Just try to make sure you get it in every corner so that your candy bar will be covered on the top and the bottom. And there will be a little gap around the middle, but that's okay. Not a big deal, right? I'm going to put them in back in upside down, maybe. I will. I don't know. They're not very firm. I'm kind of afraid to try it that way. Normally I would. Okay. I got it back in there, I guess. Because in that way, the top will be smoother, and you'll be able to make it look nicer. But you can do it however you want. Doesn't really matter. As long as you get them back in there so you can put chocolate on top of them and stick them back in the fridge. We're going to put these in the refrigerator, not the freezer, because when you put this chocolate in the freezer, it gets kind of like gets milky looking, like a white, weird, I don't know, on it, so I try to avoid doing that. Okay, so now we'll come along with some chocolate on the top and spread that out to the edges. Hopefully not make a mess everywhere, but listen, making a mess is part of the deal, because the way I think about it is if you're not making a mess, are you even baking? Okay, so we just keep doing this, every one of them covered, and then we'll pop them back in the fridge and let them set up till they're nice and firm, and then you can pop them out of there and enjoy. Bar. Ta-da! You did it. Good job. Remember, guys, you're gonna love it. Make this.